Top 100 in the global tournament, an achievement that only the best players in the world are capable of. Reaching this height grants you the rarest and most exclusive emote in Clash Royale. Now, I've done this countless times before, but that didn't make me getting 31 wins and finishing number 76 in the most recent global tournament feel any different. I was able to do this with 3.0 Xbow Cycle, my favorite deck in the game, and my path to victory was nothing short of legendary. Facing multiple hard counters and even snipes, I was able to perform under the most impossible pressure and score wins against decks like Royal Giant Earthquake, Royal Giant Lightning, Royal Recruits, and for the top 100 milestone, Giant Graveyard twice in a row. I achieved the impossible. Now, all I ask of you is that you sit back, grab a snack, and prepare to watch greatness. Alright, we got a game against HKG36. He has a number 60 top ladder finish, so should be a pretty good player. You know, as we get higher up in wins, of course we're going to face better players over here. But we see the Skellies and Espirit now. Okay, so definitely some kind of cycle deck. I think I want to just go for my Xbow, find out more about what he has, especially because he just logged. He's kind of down too. And okay, Firecracker at the bridge, so probably Hog EQ. Yo, what? Okay, hold up. We see a Royal Giant. Wait, because this is screaming Hog Earthquake with a deck composition, right? Firecracker. Cycle cards, but I guess it's going to be RG Firecracker, which is very concerning, honestly, because I don't really enjoy playing RG matchups that much, but we'll have to find out more about his deck, you know, the support cards that are in here, how he can counter it. I'm not necessarily fond of the fact that he has such a fast cycle, because I feel like it's going to be pretty much impossible to ever outcycle his RG, and then I just don't really know how he'll get an Xbow lock after that, but we'll have to figure out some ways to kind of navigate this match. Just going to go knight the back in the right, kind of set up for a nice little situation. He has a Tesla, okay. Going to go for the Xbow again. I believe he is back to Evo RG. Okay, he's not playing Evo RG for some reason, so Evo Tesla, maybe Evo Evo Firecracker. Okay, I guess that helps me a bit. We can go for a Fireball on the Firecracker, just take that out and get the chip damage, and the Knight with the Skelly should be able to DPS his RG down to the point where it does not get a hit in my tower. Yes, very nice, so we are down a bit of damage because that initial Firecracker just caught me way off guard. But I don't know, we have to figure out a way to break through, which I don't really understand how we're going to do. I also don't know what his spell is. I'm just going to assume it's going to be a Fireball because I think most RG players these days are playing with the Fireball. We'll split our Evo Archers and we can maybe make something happen with some dual lane pressure. You know, maybe I can go Xbow one side and get something going. We're actually going to go for the Tesla in the corner here to predict the RG, just like that. And he's going to go for the RG in the middle, but hold up, this is still going to be a good situation. Let's log the RG to reset its attack animation. We have the second Evo Archer power shotting on the RG, so that was a really nice little setup. And I think that might be enough to win me the game, unless he has like a lightning, I guess. But I played that Xbow in the middle so I could shove my Tesla on the right, so that if he did go for the RG, it would target the Tesla instead. But looking like the fact that he went for the... Whoa, E-Barbs? What? Okay. RG E-Barbs, apparently. Go for our Tesla high and just kind of set up with a nice situation here. And he has an Earthquake. Are you serious? Okay, this guy is literally playing Royal Giant Earthquake. You cannot make this up, guys. I'm literally facing RGEQ. This is actually absurd. Let's go for a pre-log, hopefully clipping the cycle card. Want to get some Archer chip there. And I genuinely have no idea how I'm going to navigate this. I think I just have to keep pressuring. Let's go for the bow. Because if I just kind of sit back and play full defense, he's going to steamroll me with a support troop. So I need to just kind of pressure, force out the RGs, and then take my spell damage when I can. Like, I'll take a Fireball on the Firecracker. I feel like my early punish with the Evo Archers was so crucial, because if I didn't get that lock, there's no way I would even have a remote chance of winning this match. I believe he does have Evo Tesla, yes, so that's why I waited on the Xbow, because I knew that he had the Evo Tesla. Let's go for Xbow in the middle, kind of away from that Evo Tesla. We'll force a bunch of stuff out, and I can just kind of take the Evo Tesla out, plus the Evo Archer just kind of power shotting on this RG. Go for a log Skellies on this as well. And gonna have to get back to a new pair of Archers, Espirit to protect them, and I guess I have to Tesla again. Anti-EQ, and he has an RG. Oh no, wait, this is looking really bad. Skellies get clipped by the Espirit. Wait. I have to Espirit log this RG. Hopefully it's only one hit if I get a nice log in time. Okay, just barely, but this is actually absurd, man. How are we facing Evo Firecracker RG Earthquake right now? I do not understand. Let's go Knight over here, helping out with the RG and distracting the Firecracker. We'll go for a high Tesla anti-EQ as always. Espirit log to hit this RG back. We cannot afford to take even one RG hit. We're just kind of riding the momentum from our early Xbow lock. I'm going to straight up Fireball the tower because there's no chance I'm ever going to break through with an Xbow, and I just want to get the spell damage. So we'll go for our Debo instead. He's obviously going to Earthquake it off, but I feel like just kind of getting this momentum is going to be a good thing for me. We got a very nice little log on the Firecracker too, which is going to take it out, and he does log to kill my archers, which means he will not be able to hit the Xbow, kind of DPSing that RG down a bit, and we have a dual lane RG EQ push right now. I cannot believe this. Back to the Tesla though, really fast cycling, and he does get an RG shot in the left. Oh my god, I have to fireball his tower. I just have to fireball his tower. And I guess I have to log to kill the Firecracker. Let's go Knight, Esprit to snipe that Firecracker, please. Yes, it does, beautiful. Tesla high, get back to my log to kill this RG, and I just cannot take a hit. Please, oh my god, and it just barely doesn't get a hit. Hold up, I fireball the tower. I think just barely we're going to have to win, guys. I cannot believe that we just beat Royal Giant Earthquake E-Barbs. Like, what even is that matchup, bro? I cannot believe. Like, is this a snipe? Is this just, like, is this guy just casually playing RGEQ? I cannot believe, I cannot understate enough how I was able to win that match, but RGEQ, I guess not a problem. Alright, we got a match against Akut Sinan. I still am not over the fact that we beat Royal Giant Earthquake with E-Barb's Evo Firecracker, but I guess if we beat that matchup, we can beat pretty much any matchup, huh? So, looking like the same cards right now. Honestly, I'm just gonna find out the easy way and go for my Xbow. Just tell me what it is, and just don't be RGEQ twice in a row, I swear to god. Okay, we see a Fisherman RG, so it is gonna be Royal Giant again, but I assume this is gonna be more of the more standardized meta version with Fisherman, Ghost, Fast Cycle. That's what I'm kind of leaning towards. Let's go for our Knight, Skellies, and log to DPS this RG down and not take a hit, hopefully, because I swear that card is the most random card that gets hits at the most random times. Like, you'll have an RG on 1 HP, get a last minute shot in your tower. It just feels so demoralizing. So I think this matchup is going to be the deck I thought. Just RG Quick Cycle with Evo Hunter, Evo RG. And the way to play this is pretty much just Spell Cycle. I mean, you saw in the RG EQ game, you pretty much can't get a lock unless you really outplay them with some 10,000 IQ strats like my Xbow, Tesla, Evo Archer split play. But in this one, it's going to be even more difficult to break through, I think, because he does have a Lightning, which can just take out my Xbow and get tower damage. So I feel like it's going to come down to Spell Cycle. And the reason I fireballed his tower just now was because I don't think there's much of a point cycling a Knight into his troops. I mean, he's just going to get a free Fisherman or Hunter and get a counter push if I go Knight the back. So I like saving my Knight to react to a Royal Ghost, for example. Let's go Xbow Evo Archers to predict the RG. We can go for our log as well. We do clip the E-Spirit. Oh my god, perfect situation. And we do get a beautiful punish. Not going to be a significant amount, but still going to be enough to give me a small damage lead. I love that play, guys. It's something that I learned from Betfist last season, where you basically just go for the Xbow Evo Archers punish. And you can kill an RG, even if it's an Evo RG, and get an Xbow log if you go for the log as well. So you have to overcommit pretty heavily, but Xbow Evo Archer's log, as you can see, even though the RG did get one last unfortunate shot, can still kind of do a pretty solid amount. Let's go for Xbow because he does go for a Lightning Cycle, and I don't think he has enough for the RG yet. He just barely does get enough now. That is tough. I guess I should just fireball the tower, but I'll kind of make up for my losses in fireball anyways. Might be a bit of an aggressive play, but again, all about the Spell Cycle. This Evo Hunter is going to be a pain. Let's go for our Knight and then log everything back. He should get maybe like one RG shot, but that's fine because I'm kind of splitting his damage anyways. Don't really see too much of a problem with this, and I think I'll just fireball the tower again. I mean, I know this is a very interesting way to play the game, but I truly believe I'm playing as optimally as I can right now. Let's go for our high Tesla, and then I think we do have to Knight on the Ghost, unfortunately, so let's go Esprit for the RG, hold it in place, and then log it back as well. And that was a beautiful defense, honestly. I was down Elixir after fireballing his tower and hitting nothing, but I think that was so clean. And I'll just go for the fireball again, honestly. I've chucked like 4 fireballs on his tower in the first 3 minutes of the match, so I'm feeling pretty happy about the way this is going. Let's go for our Knight. Low Tesla, and if he does Lightning, I'll be in a bit of trouble, but he does go for the Fisher, predicting a high Tesla, so it's all about the mind games too. Do get our Evo Archers power shotting away, so we will take one RG shot, but we still have a comfortable lead. I'll go for my Xbow right now because he's not back to the RG, and I just want to force out a Lightning if I can. He does go for the low Hunter. This is looking really good right now. Let's go for a log on the Hunter. He has to RG late, which means his cycle is really messed up, or he's going for all this random stuff like Fisherman, Ghost, Hunter, just trying to avoid going RG, I guess, and that's just not going to work out for him. So it looks like he kind of panicked, deciding what to do, trying not to go for the RG. I will say he's doing a really good job predicting me with those ghosts at the bridge on my cycle cards and stuff like that. like that, but otherwise, I'm still feeling pretty good about this. He goes for the lightning in the middle. Let's log this RG back, and that's only going to be one hit with the E-Spirit to stun as well. And we have a beautiful damage lead. Honestly, even if I didn't get that lock, I would be fireballing his tower naked right now anyway. So as you guys can see, I'm just kind of running away with this match right now and just playing a really good one. He gives a good luck. He is not happy about how this is going for him, but Evo Archer's cooking. We can go for our offensive Xbow. Unfortunately, Evo Archers do die, so they will not be helping us out, but just kind of having momentum go my way. I'm honestly a fan of going Xbows in this matchup, guys, even though, again, it's going to come down to spell cycle, and you can't really choose to break through if they play good defense, but of course I broke through multiple times in this match just without plays. But I still like going Xbows just to force stuff out and make sure they don't ever get a nice big push coming along. It's just a nice way to hold them back from overcommitting and building up a big push that you don't want to get overwhelmed by, you know? So let's go for our last minute log. That's going to be like maybe 1-2 RG shots, but we have a huge lead and we just kind of outplayed him really hard. You know, if I beat RG EQ, RG Lightning is a piece of cake right next to it, and he's BMing me, so I'm just going to BM him back. Beautiful win against RG Lightning. This is an RG masterclass so far, and it's only been 2 matches, man. Alright, we are currently 24-1, so with this, I'll get 25 wins and qualify for top 1,000 secured. So let's get it, guys. Had some great wins against RG so far. Feeling good about myself, and I think I can just kind of beat anything. So we see a Goblin Gang, split first play, maybe some kind of log bait deck. Let's go Skelly, just kind of feel him out, test the waters, guards. Oh no, when you see Goblin Gang guards, I have a bad feeling about this. You're pretty much guaranteed to be facing recruits, honestly, because there aren't many other decks that run both those cards. And yes, it is going to be Royal Recruits with the Evo Breakers, I believe. I think I do want to go for the bow if he ever goes for, okay, recruits. Yeah, okay, if you want recruits the back, I'd probably go for the Xbow, but this is going to be a tough one because recruits is just a straight up hard counter. And I believe he's also playing Hog Rider in this deck because they kind of started playing that. So it's going to be a big pain. We see a beautiful E-Spirit chain though, so that's why E-Spirit's really good in these matchups, guys. I see a lot of people asking me about E-Spirit versus Ice-Spirit. I think it is personal preference and you can do whatever you want, but E-Spirit's just kind of nice against hard counters and it gives you a bit of an opportunity against those. I'm going to go for my Evo Archers here to try and melt everything. Skellies too, yes, go for the arrows, but Skelly stay alive, and maybe I can get some kind of small Xbow log. Yes, I do get... Okay, wow, that's way more underwhelming than I thought it would be. I thought we would maybe get a couple hundred, but no, we're actually still in a damage deficit, matter of fact, so this is not looking good by any means. What I will say is that the meta's kind of shifted with the Evo Tesla buff. I do kind of like Evo Tesla in 3.0 now. I get this question all the time, you know, what's the best Evo, what's the best Spirit? I think I see all the top players playing Evo Tesla in this deck now, and I believe it is going to help against matchups like these where you kind of need the extra utility afforded by the Evo Tesla against recruit spam, against Goblin Gang, and all of that stuff. Thankfully, this guy does go for a random Firecracker, so I get a free King Tower activation. I can go for the Xbow because he can't afford the recruits right away. He went guards, activating King, even though he knew he was playing against Xbow. I mean, average recruits player, right? Let's go for the Evo Tesla. They're going to melt everything, and as you can see, Evo Tesla doing numbers, getting me the lock, killing the Firecracker too. Yo, that is insane. Oh my goodness. Do you need any more arguments for Evo Tesla in this deck? Look at that go. And just like that, I think that actually single-handedly won me the game because now I'm going to be in for a bit of trouble against recruits for the rest of the match, but since I have a King Tower activation and I have a damage lead, I'm not really in any stress to break through. I can just kind of chill and do my own thing, and I should be fine. Plus, I have, again, the activated King, which cannot be understated. That is such a useful tool in the recruits matchup. Let's go E-Spirit, plus I think we have to log on this. No, we actually don't, right? And yeah, we didn't. Okay, so nice. Firecracker will get a hit, but it's fine. Gonna go for the bow again, just because I have Evo Archers, I want to use them. I'm playing really aggressively, but that's just kind of my playstyle here. Honestly, I'm a pretty aggressive player. I've realized I had someone tell me I'm a very aggressive Xbow player, but look at how it's gotten me this far. So far, you know, I beat RG EQ, I beat RG Lightning, and I got locks against both of them. So I also got a big lock against recruits, courtesy of my best friend, the Evo Tesla. So I think I'm just going to straight up fireball the tower right now. We do clip 2 of the recruits, which should come down and walk into this Tesla. wall breakers are really bad, they'll just go right into my Tesla too. So this guy is honestly just playing like I would expect a recruits player to play. Here's the beauty of the Evo Tesla. Look at that, getting that pulse on the recruits, on the hog, and on the firecracker. So the Tesla pulse plus log will kill that firecracker, and we are just cooking right now, man. This is a well done steak. We'll get back, although I actually like medium rare, honestly, but we'll get back to our Tesla for the Evo wall breakers. Honestly, you kind of have to go Tesla on the Evo breakers, but on normal ones, you can go E-Spirit log to kill them. I think there is an interaction actually where you can go E-Spirit log on Evo breakers to kill them too, but I'm not 100% confident on that. So I'm going to get my log on the 4, get an E-Spirit plus Knight on the right. Now I unfortunately do have to go Evo archers here, although I don't really want to. They're going to get arrows off, but I think it's kind of just necessary. And look at that clean defense, man. Everything's just getting cleaned up so beautifully. I cannot believe how well this is going. And he gives the goblin fine emote. He gives the good luck too. I mean, I'll just give him the good luck back. Is that BM? And we actually just made a recruits player give up, guys. I cannot believe it. I'll give him the well played because he literally has a hard counter right now, and we just put him on a t-shirt. So that's going to be a beautiful win against Royal Recruits, one of the hardest matchups for this deck in the meta, and that is going to be our qualifier. Top 1000 finish secured, beautiful 25-1 record. We are doing it. Alright, we got a match against Donkey Kong. Ooh, I think this is my friend, but we're in a global tournament, so we're not really allowed to draw. I think they did start banning for that recently, so gonna give him good luck as he gives it back. Not sure if he recognizes me anyway on my mini account, but I believe he does play Splash Yard, and this should be a pretty decent matchup for me. So feeling pretty good about this one. Going for the early bow as he goes for the poison bar barrel, so just gonna take out my Xbow. Honestly, not much I can do about it, but I can honestly just go for the naked fireball on his tower. Give you guys a little tip in this matchup. It is all about the spell cycle. That is what it comes down to. Because if you think about their deck, they have Evo Knight, they have a building, they have a bunch of tanky ways to defend your bow and poison cycle you out. You want to get your fireball cycle on him, and that's just kind of the way that I play this. Also, he is playing with a Goblin Cage, which I think should be pretty decent for me. I would say it's one of the better buildings they could have. Tombstone is very annoying. It just kind of sits there and stays alive forever. And Cannon is also annoying because it actually can directly defend an Xbow by itself. So I would say Goblin Cage is a better version for us to deal with. Now my cycle is a bit messed up. I'm going to go for the Xbow so that he can't go for a graveyard with that baby dragon. Definitely just going to see another... Okay, no poison this time, actually. I think we could potentially... we'll have to defend the baby dragon, I guess. I'll go for my skellies, and we can log this goblin brawler back. He does get a very well-played knight down. In time, honestly, I have to give it to him because he has a lot of experience in this matchup. He's a good player. I think he has many top 100 finishes himself. This is one of his many accounts, so he does know how to play the match. You know, a more inexperienced player would probably just let that Xbow lock because he wouldn't be ready for my last-minute protection, and yeah, he kind of knows what he's doing. Definitely going to see a poison this time around, right? Let's go Archers, predicting the Ice Wizard this time, and that will also power shot down the Goblin Brawler. He can't really poison, I guess, because if he does, the bow is going to get on tower. Either way, it does get on tower. Gets that Evo Knight down, but we kind of got his cycle in an awkward spot, and we're going to get a huge Expo lock for our trouble, so tower down to 1800. We have a nice 700 lead. As you can see, I just love playing very aggressively and single in this matchup because it's just a nice way to be, and I was getting a bit impatient going for an aggressive graveyard, which is always a good sign. Let's go for our log, Archer Skellies on the graveyard, and that's going to be basically one hit or so, max. Really no problem whatsoever. No Evo Knight and cycle, we can freely go for the Expo to pressure, and just go for the poison. I'm just going to fireball tower again, match his cycle, and just make sure I'm always ahead in damage. That's my name of the game. And I feel like he's going to get pretty desperate, go for a graveyard sometime soon, and that's going to be my time to shine, just punish him and get a huge lock, because there's no way he's going to be enjoying just sitting here watching me fireball his tower down, right? So it's kind of an emotional battle too. We see the Ice Wiz. Let's go for our Tesla over here. Yep, there's exactly what I was talking about, guys, getting them kind of impatient, going for an aggressive graveyard, and we do get our Expo lock. That's going to be good game, honestly. That's game-winning damage, and Evo Archers will clean up everything on defense. So honestly, pretty easy matchup. I played it very well too. He was only able to get a few graveyards down that were in desperation, and it's just pretty much not a hard matchup if you play it well. If they have different buildings, it might be more difficult, but I'm pretty good at the matchup too. So very, very nice one. Okay, yo, it's the same guy, Akut Sinan, my boy. Kinda had to destroy him last time. Might just have to destroy him again this time. Honestly, gonna go for the Xbow first play because I know it's gonna be RG Lightning. We already played against this guy, right? So if he didn't have RG and Cycle, I could have literally starting him pretty bad. It's a little bit of a scummy way to play, but when you know their deck and it's a bit of a harder matchup, sometimes it is the best way to play the game. It actually kind of backfired on me right there. Really good E-Spirit by him. I will give it to him, so that's going to get him an RG shot. Not how I wanted to start this match, but honestly, think about it. If he had like Fisherman Hunter and he went for the Fisher Hunter at the bridge, could just firewalled everything and he would have been in a lot of trouble. So I think it was not a bad attempt by me, and we're only going to be down one RG shot. I think we should still be totally fine. When they go Ghost, by the way, and you don't have Knight, you can go for this play. I love making it. Split Archers, where you make sure the Ghost only hits one at a time. It does still counter the Ghost pretty well, and overall it's just a nice way to manage your cycle if you, again, do not have the Knight available. Now, I think we will begin the spell cycle. Like I told you guys, the strategy against this matchup is pretty much spell cycle the whole way through. I will be going for Xbows to pressure him, not let him build up big RG pushes and all that stuff, but you still do want to go for the spell cycle mainly at the end of the day to get your actual damage. And also a big key thing that you might know some other fundamentals, for example, against Golem, if they go Baby Dragon in the back for Elixir, they can't go Golem in time. Same thing as this match, if they go Lightning, they spend 6, they're at 4, they can't go RG in time. So I like to try and go low Teslas in single, you know, maybe bait out a Lightning and see if I can do something. I'm gonna go for the Evo Archer's punish on his RG in a second here, hopefully, and maybe we can make something happen with an E-Spirit plus log. Nah, I don't think we're gonna get anything. Unfortunately, that time around, he was kind of ready for it, so not going to get anything too special out of my punish that time. He also kind of adapted and went for the Fisherman low first because, you know, sometimes when you get someone with a trick, you play against the same person, which happens in top ladder or top global tournaments. They won't fall for the same trick twice unless they're really just, I guess, a recruits player. Maybe they'll fall for it 5 times in a row. But let's go for our stacked archers, a play that I love making because, number one, we're cycling back to our Evo archers slowly but surely. But number two, it's also just kind of a way to build up an advantage. Maybe we can go Xbow with the archers, for example, or here E-Spirit to pressure with the archers and force a response. We force out a Fisherman, which is a really good play. As you can see, just maximizing that. I am worried about this left side right now. He's probably going to go for the Evo RG, and I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to go for my low Evo Tesla. He's definitely going to Lightning, right? I think that's going to be his move. Yeah, let's go Xbow off the Lightning, and maybe he doesn't have enough for the RG in time. No, he does, unfortunately, so not going to get the punish that I was looking for. But again, same principle. Fireball cycle, manage my damage, match his damage that he got on me with the Lightning, and just never ever falling behind in the spell cycle race. That is the name of the game. I think we can also, okay, no Expo yet. He's kind of preventing me from doing that, but okay, wow, aggressive RG. He's playing a bit aggressive, honestly. I don't really like that RG by him, because I can go Evo Archers to melt the whole thing, and then I can go for the Expo to punish him, absolutely, and Evo Archers just absolutely destroying that RG like a knife through butter. No hits on the tower, and he's in trouble. He's not back to RG yet. I guess he's back now. His cycle is so fast, but get the log off. He is back. Oh, I swear that was a lock, man. I could see it, but I guess the vision was not meant to be. But he's still in a really awkward spot, honestly, and that's a terrible E-Spirit. His own log kind of messed up his E-Spirit. I'm going to go for the bow again, keep this pressure up, and I actually think he's in a bit of trouble. I'm a little worried for him, honestly. Go for a fireball on the Fisher, and he's always down Elixir and in his cycle now. Okay, that's a really good ghost, though. I'll kite it over to my Knight, hopefully. Yes, beautiful kite. We'll go E-Spirit to prevent his own E-Spirit from hitting my tower. Beautiful, beautiful micro in that instance, and I think we can go for the bow again. Like I said, just constantly pressuring, never letting him naked lightning cycle me, and never letting him build up a big RG push as well. I completely disagree with that RG. Don't know what that was about, but I will go for a low Tesla, maybe incentivizing him to go for a bad lightning so that my Expo can just cook on his tower. Let's see. He's still in a lot of trouble, guys. Going to fireball the tower. Knight to block the Hunter. Does not get down in time. Oh, that's huge. But we're up 500 now. You can see the momentum is just completely in my favor. Going to go for the bow again. He's definitely going to RG. No, he's not. He's going to go for, what? Ghost log? Bro, what are you doing? I'm a little confused as to what this guy's doing right now. Does go for the naked lightning, but I can go for 2 more fireballs, and even if he goes for 1 more lightning, I will be up Elixir and up in the cycle to go for a second fireball. He's not going to get 2, so he's only going to get 1 more fireball, or 1 more lightning down. I'll get 1 more fireball down myself, and that's going to be another one. I kind of had to do it to him, man, like 2 in a row. I feel a little bad, but at the same time, RG, I'll give him the good game. I'll be a good sport about it. He is not happy, but yeah, I am really good at this matchup, so I kind of have it down. And I feel pretty proud of the way I played that. So if you guys need to know how to play against RG, this is the video for you. Okay, this is getting really high stakes. I'm currently at 29 wins, so if I win this, it's going to be the match for 30, which is a huge milestone and slowly the gateway to top 100 in the world, of course. So against Shadow here, I go for my Ice Spirit. I'm playing with Ice Spirit Evo Knight. Just wanted to switch the variation around a bit, just kind of have some fun and try things out. We see an Evo Muskie. Oh no, this looks really bad. I have a deep feeling it's going to be Giant Graveyard, man, which is really, yeah, it's literally going to Giant Graveyard. Oh my goodness, because honestly a lot of Brazilians do play Giant Graveyard, and Evo Muskie is kind of one of the only, or Giant Graveyard rather, is one of the only archetypes that plays Evo Musketeer. So this is going to be very painful, because not only do I not have an E-Spirit, I also don't have an Evo Tesla. I thought I would maybe face Bridge Spam or Lava Hound, so I was kind of shifting around my variations a bit, and this is very unfortunately going to be what I am facing. And it's a do or die, because I'm at 4 losses right now, so if I lose, I'm just out. Gonna go for the Xbow, gonna go for the Tesla for a bowler, which he definitely has. Yes, we do predict the bowler, perfect. We can go for a nice log as well on the guards, I think, if we need it. Okay, goes for the Muskie. Let's log all of that back. The Muskie does die, and that's going to be on tower, so he has to go for the arrows. Goes for the snowball. Wait, let's go Knight instead. If he goes arrows, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Go Skellies too. He has good luck. Wait, what does he have? He doesn't have guards, doesn't have bowler. Oh my gosh, what does he have for this Knight punish? Yo, he goes for the Night Witch late, and the Knight's going to get into the tower. That's 4 shots. There is no way this guy's about to lose to 3.0 Xbow, Ice Spirit, no Evo Tesla with Giant Graveyard, right? Right? There's just no shot. But okay, we have a huge lead right now. I'm so happy about the punish, honestly. In some impossible matchups like these, which this is straight up impossible, by the way, you need to know exactly what they're playing. So I knew that he had bowler in this deck. That's why I went for the Tesla predicting it, because if I didn't go for that, he would have been able to just take out my Xbow. Now this is going to be very painful, because he's going to have a huge Giant Graveyard push coming down. I honestly do not know if I can defend it. One of the biggest problems with this matchup is not only not breaking through on offense, but also the defense. It's just very tough. So let's go Archer's Ice Spirit for the Graveyard. I can go for the Fireball on it if I need to clean it up, which I actually don't really think I need to do. Yo, hold up, the Giant just melted. I guess because I had the Xbow helping out too, which is kind of why I went for the Xbow in that way, because after it did take the tower, it would help out, and that's a really okay, interesting Evo Muskie, I guess. Doesn't really do exactly what I wanted it to do, but I'll just go for the Fireball on the Muskie and Bowler, take all of that out. Muskie goes wrong lane. That's a pretty big deal. Let's go Tesla for the Bowlers. Skellies for this. He's going to go for the arrows. We can log Archers, and I cannot believe it. I think we just made the impossible happen. We just beat Giant Graveyard with Archers, or not Archers, rather, with Ice Spirit, though, and non-Evo Tesla. The two biggest ways you can counteract it, E-Spirit and Evo Tesla, not in the deck. That did not stop me. That's going to be 30 wins in the global tournament. I cannot believe all the impossible matchups we've had to beat this, but that's going to be 30-4. Absolutely insane stuff, and I guess we just got to keep it going. No! Oh my god, I waited like 3-4 minutes to not get the same guy. I think he might have been waiting for me. Maybe he sniped me, or maybe I just got extremely unlucky, but we are facing the same Giant Graveyard player we just won against, and this is the do or die for top 100, because I'm currently 30 wins. I think it's like top 120 or something, just barely outside the border. I cannot believe it, guys. So we see the same, yeah, it's gonna be the same deck. I have a bit of a silver lining, I suppose. I did tech back in the Evo Tesla, so I am playing with the Evo Tesla this time, which does give me a bit of a chance, but there's no way the same thing's going to happen again. Like, he's going to know exactly my play style, exactly what I want to do in this matchup, and he's just not going to allow it to happen. So I'm just very concerned, honestly, about what's about to happen in this game. I want to activate King off that Bowler if I can. That's going to be one of my rare potential chances to win, so let's kind of block all of this. Let's go Skellies, let's go Knight as well to block the Musketeer, and then I think we can activate King. This should be the placement to activate off the Bowler, so I went for the Xbow to pressure just to prevent him from going for some kind of big support push with that Bowler. And yo, okay, one guard does get on the tower. We do activate the King, which is going to be my biggest key to victory. This is still a 100-0 matchup, especially because I don't have the E-Spirit, I have the Ice Spirit, but I'm going to have a sliver, a tiny fraction of hope in this situation. The slightest bit of hope, I suppose, gleaming in from above. I don't know. I don't really understand. I mean, I still don't really think there's much of a shred of hope in this one because it's just giant graveyard with bowler, with Night Witch, and I don't even have E-Spirit, but Evo Tesla, I guess, might make the impossible happen. Also because I did activate the king very early on. But again, there are two problems with this matchup, which is why it's just so impossible. Honestly, possibly the worst matchup in the whole meta. Maybe even worse than Recruits, to be honest. But number one, you can't break through ever. That's a big one because they have giant, they have bowler, they just have so many counters. But number two, they have easy way to get damage on you. You know, giant graveyard is basically guaranteed damage even with a king activated, so it's not going to be that easy. Let's go for the late Musketeer, and does allow my Xbow to lock onto the tower. I did actually predict that Musketeer with my Skellies, but unfortunately did not work out that well. Still gets on the tower, but I do have a bit of a damage lead off of that punish, I suppose, so it's not looking too terrible. Let's go log plus ice on the giant, and that muskie is going to get on my tower. Unfortunately, that's going to be 2 shots, very painful, but we're still in the damage lead, I suppose. Now, this is going to be pretty controversial. We're going to go for the fireball on the bowler, which takes out like 1/4 of its HP. That is so frustrating, man. That just has so much HP. I can never do anything to it, but I need all the spell cycle I can get, so just kind of going to go for that, you know? Let's go for our archers, knight, go for my log on the graveyard, and then go Skelly's ice after he goes for the arrows, and just hope I can kind of clean this up. And we do actually clean up very nicely, plus the Evo Tesla putting in work. Wait, the Evo Snowball, oh no, wait, I have to go for my Ice Spirit High, reset that bowler's gonna get on the tower. I have to go Skelly's too. Okay, we do take 1 bowler shot, but the nice fast reaction Ice Spirit Skellies to retarget means it's only gonna be 1 and not multiple. We still have our damage lead. We're holding on by the tiniest thread of, I don't even know, man, how is this going to work? I'll go archers for the graveyard. He's gonna go arrows on them immediately. Have to go again for my log, Skelly's ice, clean up after the fact. And you can see, even with a king activated, with so much commitment to the graveyard, it is still just guaranteed damage every time. This is why this matchup is so bad. Let's go for our Tesla High. Nice, beautiful snipe on that Musketeer. Let's go Evo Archers to DPS down this Giant, and he's going to go for the Graveyard, but that's not going to do too much because the Giant's getting DPS down like crazy. Even if he does go for the arrows, I should be able to defend this totally fine, and guys, this is going to be absolutely insane. I do not know how this is ever going to work. I mean, I am up by 70 HP, but it's triple elixir against Giant Graveyard, man. Like, I have to get back to a fireball on that Night Witch, honestly. I just have to take the spell cycle and just do as much as I can. Let's go for the High Evo Tesla. Let's go Night Ice Log on the Graveyard and hopefully not take much damage. If I take even 1 bowler hit, it's over for me. So let's go Tesla again for the bowler. Yes, very nice. I swear to God, if that other bowler gets on the tower, please, no. Oh, it does, no. Okay, but it gets retargeted, the other one. I have to fireball again. I just have to. Let's go Ice, Tesla High, and the Giant being frozen by the ice. No, it's still going to get targeted by the tower. Why? Let's log everything. He does miss the archers. I can go for the fireball, and I think, wait. I get the fireball down. I have to get a log down as well, right? And I think just barely, yo, there's actually no way. Oh my God, we just beat Giant Graveyard twice in a row. I cannot believe it. He gives me the well played. I can't tell if he's being good sport or not. I think he is, but I just cannot believe we won that matchup twice in a row. I am genuinely speechless right now. I mean, 31 wins is indeed top 100 in the world, and that is 2 Giant Graveyards in a row. I don't have any words. I cannot believe what I just achieved.